thanks for visiting us here with Cooking with G Dubs, and I'm your host, G Dubs. What I'm gonna cook for you today is mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna make it from scratch. None of that instant business, all right? And it's very easy to make. You could do it in about 30 minutes, all right? So what I'm gonna use is, I'm gonna use red potatoes, and this here, I have a 5-pound bag of red potatoes, and I'm gonna use this butter. This is called Earth Balanced Soy-Free Butter, and it's an alternative to dairy butter. If those of you who have dairy allergies and can't handle that, this will be a great substitute. Very delicious, has the same flavor, and you'll love it. And then also I have heavy whipping cream, and then also we're going to use some cream cheese, some sharp cheddar cheese, and some salt. All right, very simple ingredients. It's not too complicated, and you could make it and you'll love it. All right, YouTube, what I did was I took my potatoes, I double washed them with some warm water, washed it twice, and after I washed it, I sliced them up into quarters. So I sliced it in half, and then I sliced it again to make these small sizes. And the purpose of doing it that way is going to help the potatoes to cook quicker, all right? So I set my alarm on my oven for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and check it out. So we're gonna cook it. Oh, we gotta add a little bit of salt. Let's add a little bit of salt to this. Probably like a half a tablespoon of salt. And then we're going to mix it a little bit. And after we mix it, then we're going to come back in 30 minutes to make sure that it's nice and soft. All right, we'll be right back. Now what we're going to do is our potatoes are cooked and they're nice and tender. And I'm going to use approximately 2 tablespoons of this butter. And let that melt real quick. And it's melted real quickly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our heavy whipping cream, and just so that you know, I'm just going to measure it out. This is 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups. 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. And then what we're going to do, we have our cream cheese. And I'm going to use a half a box. So we have here a half a box of the cream cheese. Then what we're going to do is, once this melts together, then we'll add our cheddar cheese. All right, YouTube, now what I've done is the sauce we're going to use to make our mashed potatoes is now it's nice and creamy. I whipped it up. It's nice and creamy. And what we need to do is we need to check it, taste it. Yes, it's really good. It's nice and rich and creamy. All the cheeses blended together, and I did add a half a cup of the cheddar cheese in it already. So now we're going to take it off the heat, and now we're going to use this to make our mashed potatoes. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I have my mashed potatoes, and what I did was I drained it, took the water out, and then I had it in, and I put it in this dish, and in this dish is where it's going to stay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mash it. Mash the potatoes a little bit. And you can see here, that's what it looks like. And then I have my blender, and I'm going to slowly add our cheese to it. A little bit here. And I'm going to keep adding it slowly and mixing it until it gets nice and creamy. And then afterwards, then I'm going to check it to see if it has enough salt. and then we add the salt at the end. Because I don't like to add the salt too early, because you could accidentally put too much salt and you ruin your dish and it becomes too salty. All right, let me add a little bit more. And when your family has this dish, they will love it. It's gonna be nice and creamy. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check for salt. It's nice and creamy. We need to add our salt. Here, we'll add just a little bit. That will be like a teaspoon. Mix it up. One last time. And then we are done with our creamy mashed potatoes. Let's try it one more time. We got it. All right. So now we're going to plate it. All right, YouTube, I am all done. Now look at how it looks. Don't that look delicious? And I put a little turkey gravy on there, and watch how it tastes. Let me check this out. Let me see what this is talking about. I'm gonna have to say a prayer before I eat and after. That's how good this thing is. Creamy, no lumps, absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell somebody you care about to come visit us here at Cooking with G Dubs. And I'm your host, G Dubs. Thank you so much for visiting. Until the next video. Peace.
Baby, baby, baby.